Hey, y'all, we've been trying to get set up here, y'all. We've been here and everywhere. We rode to the park, 2 different parks, trying to get a spot where we won't be inside the house all the time to do our coffee chat. And, well, we got
everybody.
the one. Here she comes.
Hey. Hey.
One park that had a sign saying you got to reserve to
You
sit
got to
at
reserve
the picnic
picnic table.
So, I had to leave that park. And then the next park, the sun was in her eyes, and it was just a glare.
Then we went down to the river.
Yeah, that was ain't that smart on her.
What you doing?
I'm trying to find my paper. We went down to the river, and we were going to sit, but it said no, what is it?
No loitering.
No loitering. Nett said, what does loitering mean? I said, don't litter. She said, no, that's no littering.
No, you said don't leave trash.
Yeah. You said, no, that's
I
no
said, that's
littering.
littering.
So I looked it up, and it said no hanging around.
And that's
so
what we be doing. We be hanging around.
So we ended up, of course, where did we end back up
Listen,
at?
home.
Right here.
Tina asked, we rode around an hour. Tina asked me, I was headed towards the river. I wasn't going to tell her because I know she'd freak out.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, well, where are we going? I said, I just laughed. And we got there. And I wanted to walk down to the river. I wanted to walk down to the river and do a little devotion with y'all. But it's a little steeper than I remember the last time.
Well, people's mean.
And plus, you know, we've had a little bit of warm weather, so of course I'm thinking about snakes, which it ain't warm right now, it's cold.
Yeah, it's chilly.
I said, let's just go home and get on the golf cart. Well, then we did that, and we like to froze.
It's not freezing cold out here, but riding on the golf cart and all that little bit of breeze.
It's actually pretty nice.
It's beautiful outside.
It's so pretty.
So we ended back on.
We on the back porch with all the pollen. We got pollen that thick. I went and got a coffee. I got my regular peppermint mocha. Tina brought hers from home.
I got mine from home.
So we thought we'd just do another little coffee chat this morning. How y'all doing? Y'all got y'all coffee? Y'all go ahead and get your coffee. We'll give you time.
Glass of tea,
get you
juice,
water, apple juice, orange juice. If it's in the evening you're watching, whatever you do in the evening, I don't know what you do. Whatever, just grab you something and sit down and enjoy it. Or either pop a little thing in your ear and walk around, clean your house, listen to us, because we're just going to be sitting right here.
We are. We sure are.
Y'all know we had game night Saturday night, and that was so
really
fun. Everybody brought
a different pizza from a different place.
They brought their favorite pizzas from their favorite places they like to order from, and it was really neat. So we really, you know, we had a variety of different pizza and different, you know.
And Stephanie, we even surprised Stephanie brought chocolate chip and chocolate. Now we were excited over that.
Y'all see me sling that chocolate out of the box, just about.
Yeah.
That's
my note.
Well, we did that, and that was a really good. We had a really good time. We had a real good time playing that game, y'all. That game is so fun. The left, center, right, I think. We say it wrong every time.
But
with the wild added to it, it's fun. It's really, it makes it more fun to me. But
it is.
And then we play Tonk. The beginning of that video, I'm going to tell you another little thing. When the weather warms up, these spiders coming out. And there's one over there, and I can't hardly stand a spider. But anywho, that Saturday morning before our thing, you know, Tina showed y'all that buffet at the steakhouse. We went out to eat with Earl's uncle. Asked him, he asked him I think they do it every month, every other month, I don't really know. But he always asked Earl if he wanted to go to the men's fellowship meeting at the steakhouse, and they have a little devotion. So he went, and then his aunt asked if I wanted to go and to bring Tina. And so we went, and then there was 2 other ladies there. We sat at the table beside them. We didn't even get to listen to their devotion.
We couldn't hear.
So he said, well, we were talking. Earl's aunt said, well, we couldn't even hear your devotion. He said, well, you ought to go back in there and sit down, and I'll tell it to you. No, it's all right. Then that night we had game night.
Y'all love Andy Griffin. I don't know if y'all watch Andy Griffin.
Oh, that's right. They invited us over.
Yes.
Last year, y'all know I got a story every time. No, last year, I like to tell the beginning. Last year, when Earl's aunt and Tina and myself went to Cracker Barrel and had dinner while the men had oysters. Remember? This is our second time doing this with her. And so last year is when we talked about doing the Andy Griffin trivia game. And so we've been talking about it for a year. So now they said, well, y'all come over Saturday and we're going to do this game. So y'all need to, you know.
I've been trying to freshen up. So I watched some Andy Griffin
I watched it
yesterday and the day
yesterday,
before.
too.
And I'm glad I did because I forgot the first babysitter that kept Opie, housekeeper, whatever. I forgot her name, and I feel like that'd be one of the questions. Her name is Rose. So, because, we watched it a lot, but now I've not watched it in a good while, but I'm trying to freshen up on it. So we're supposed to go there Saturday, like Nett said. I think that'd be right fun.
I think it would be fun.
When they ask the questions, we might not remember, but they're probably going to whip our tail in this.
They watch it every day. Well,
it
when
every day.
Mom was living, it played 24/7.
Yes, it did.
And it took me a good solid year or more to watch it again. And that one day I was in there and I said, I'm just going to watch it. And I did. I watched it, but...
Well, I've not watched it. I did yesterday.
Well, I've got into watching Little House on the Prairie now.
I love that too now. We watched that too.
Mama used to watch that all the time. And when I would, we had them little baby monitors and I'd pop it on my hip. And when I'd come home, let dolls out, or, I might fix me some lunch and I could have that. I could hear, we could talk back and forth. Well, yesterday I was in the kitchen and I heard that in the background. It took me right back to when I come home and I hear that music play, and it made me tear up. It's the little memories,
they pop up anywhere and everywhere, and you don't never know when it's going to happen.
That's grief. Grief pops up anywhere, and
they
it don't
say
care
them little
where.
waves is what they say. And also, let's see, yesterday we had a friend to come by and see us, and we hadn't seen her in a while. She looked good too. She just left the gym. She's been doing some working out. But it's something how you have a friend like that you go months, maybe a
long
year.
while.
Not see her, and then when they pop back in, it's just like we
just left off where we were. Yeah.
So we were so tickled to see her, and she's always cleaning out when she does it. She'll come bring me stuff.
Show her the shirt you brought.
Yeah, and she brought
Look at that shirt, y'all. Stand up.
Let me stand up. You see that?
Isn't it cute?
Ain't it just cute? It's a pig like me. And my granddaughter saw it on me this morning, Tessa. She said, "Grandma, that looks just like you." I said, "What? Because I'm fat." She said, "No, with the glasses. When you wear your reading glasses." And I laughed. It was funny to me this morning. But I got this shirt and these pants I got on there, blue jeans.
I got I think I got 3 shirts out there. And Tina found a long sleeve, I think it's a Simply Southern shirt. I'm not sure. But it's got gnomes. Y'all remember how I like them little gnomes?
And I went crazy.
And I got a little gnome rug for... St. Patrick's Day. Well, this is for Valentine's. I said, well, I'll wear that for Valentine's.
I said, here's these gnome things you like.
I think they're cute.
Anthony likes them too.
I think they're cute.
And they can be cute. But anyway, she brought me some stuff, and so I'm going through it to see if there's any more stuff I can wear. I take hand-me-downs. I love it.
Well, I do too. We're going to go, when we leave from here, we're going to go to the Thrift. We're going to go to the Beehive.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that story we told y'all about the Beehive?
Yeah.
Tina went up and said, do y'all have any, 2X? What 2X?
Plus size clothes.
Plus size. She said, do you have any plus size? And I don't know why it took her a little bit, but she went back, she come back, and she said, what did she say? She was right loud with it. She said...
I know, ain't that embarrassing? She come back and said, right here we got some plus size clothes.
That? No, I thought she said, where's that plus size woman?
Yeah, something like that in front of everybody. Kind of got away with me a little bit.
Ma'am, here's the plus size. I felt some plus size over here. I don't know. It ain't funny now, but it was funny then. But it's called, her size over there is called Queen Bee.
That's the plus size.
That's
Queen
the plus
Bee.
size.
And I think that's cute.
I think it is
Instead
cute.
of saying plus size, it's Queen Bee. And I think that is very cute.
Well, talking about bees, I cut grass the other day, y'all. Y'all believe it's grass cutting time already? Well, I cut the grass, and the pollen lot took me out of here. But, talking about bees, I went around our pump house. And I got some bushes planted around there, and they've taken up the whole place over yonder.
You didn't know it was going to be happy.
I didn't know they were going to be like that. Well, they need to be cut down. When I went by there, y'all, you should have seen the bees that come out. Well, see, we had bees like that at our other horse stable that's on the other side of Tina over there. We had bees that would come out when I mowed the grass, and you could hear them. Well, come to find out, they had, what is it? What, a honeycomb? What's it called?
Beehive.
Beehive. Stupid. They had a beehive. They had a beehive in there. Is that what it's called, Tina?
A beehive. They had a beehive.
Do you remember that?
Yes,
it's the same time we dressed up to do that 80s. Oh, you probably do not remember. I'm refreshing. It's the same day we had dressed up in the 80s.
I remember dressing up.
Okay, you remember doing that video, the 80s video?
Yes, ma'am.
There's the bluebird. Remind me to tell you about a bluebird. They don't ask what kind of bird it is. I don't know. It's just blue. But whenever I see a bluebird, I say, thank you, Lord. Anyway, well, this time we found the bee thing. Well, Earl knows somebody who comes and gets the...
Honey.
Well, I cannot think of... No, not the honey.
Honeycomb?
He gets the... What is it called?
Beehive?
He gets the hive. Okay, we're going to go with the hive.
It's beehive.
I don't know what it's called. But he come and got it. It was huge. I mean, they had to take out the floor and the wall and all that. You know, and they took it without, disturbing the bees and all that. Well, then we took the thing and we went to our neighbors. You remember that?
Yes.
And he got all the honey out of
right.
it. I got pictures. I'll show y'all. But that kind of reminded me of that.
That honey was good.
So I'm thinking, Earl, do you think we got one in, I mean, for real, do you think there's one back there? Because they were coming out everywhere. And I put that lawnmower in high gear, and boy, I was gone. I didn't go back around.
We were talking about that at work yesterday, me and Stephanie. She says, and here I am. We've already got bees. I said, yeah, we have. She said, you know what I'm having to do? They stay swarming around my door, front door. I have to go all the way back to the back door and just let somebody let me in. She's scared deaf of bees and spiders. It's like I told her, just walk through that. They're not going to bother you.
Not them big bumblebees are not. No,
I'm
more scared of a wasp than I am.
Yeah, me too. And then just like the spider, that time when she was with Marlon, our boss coming to work, they were going down the road, and a spider was over there on her door. And while he was driving, y'all, she jumped over there in his lap. And she said, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. He had to pull off the side of the road. And he also said one time that he was going down the road with her. She opened the door because she saw a spider. She opened the door out like she was going to get out in the truck moving. I mean, that youngin is scared. And you know what is so odd about that? She was not really scared like that of bees. Nobody really likes a bee and spider. You're kind of nervous about them. I know that. But she is like a phobia thing. She was not like that about spiders and bees until after she had her first child. And that's when it happened. I mean, she opened the truck door the other week, trying to get out. She going down the road with Marlon. She just scared to death.
Well, you know what? When people are scared of stuff, I try to put myself in their position because there are some things that I'm very terrified of. Tina, she's scared to death of water. But I mean, I don't want to be dropped off a boat out there in the middle, nothing like that. But, she's scared even in my pool, and she can stand up. I don't want nobody splashing around me. So, you have to kind of think about what you're scared of, or what
And that kind of helps you feel like about it.
It gives you a little bit more empathy for somebody else.
It does.
Well, first, can I get on my bird right quick?
Yeah, I'm going to be looking at my next thing.
Talking about that bluebird. Like I said, I don't know the name of them. They're just blue. I mean, there's just that real pretty blue. And what got me loving bluebirds was, y'all probably think this is silly, but I have a weird, what's it called? A weird way of thinking about things. And I believe in like signs, and I believe in like little, what are they called? Like God can give you things, and I don't know how to say it. Well, I'll give you an example. When me and Jay got in that wreck, I gave her a dream. And also gave Jay's sister a dream on the same night that it happened. And it woke us both up. It woke them both up. And that was God's way of saying something was going to happen. I don't remember how she felt about the dream. I did. I got up. She got up and pure praise. I was prompted to get on my knees and pray. I didn't know what for. But just pray. In the middle of the night, and I did. And it was for me and Jay, because we got in that wreck. Thank God saved me. But for some reason, Jay, he died in the wreck. But we don't never know. But that's what she's got, little premonitions or something. I don't know if that's the word. I believe that the Lord will allow things to happen, or allow I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm not good with words whatsoever, but I believe God will put things in your path to show you He's listening, He hears you, you know, to give you that comfort, to give you that peace. Well, on this day, Mama had a heart attack, or the next day she had a heart attack. No, we didn't know if she was going to make it or not. And I remember walking up and down this path, and that's one thing I do. When I am overwhelmed, or if I am, you know, feeling down, or I'm stressed out, or I'm sad,
she walks.
I walk, I move, and I pray, and I don't, what you say, you know how you got people that are emotional eaters?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that.
I'm not an emotional eater.
You're not.
I
say?
I don't think.
Well, I'm trying to give an example. I'm not. I won't eat. I lost so much weight. Not that time, but the time Mom was gonna pass away. But that's another story. But I don't. I'm constantly moving. I'm constantly doing something, because if I sit still, it'll overtake my mind. And so anyway, I was walking up and down, and everything was just so like up in the air. We just didn't know what was gonna happen, and it was during COVID, and so nobody could be with her.
I hated that.
Y'all, this was the hardest thing. I tell you, it was so hard. But I walked up and down this path here, and I was just to pray, and I went down there to the horse barn where nobody could see me. And I do that right often. Even now, I'll ride the golf cart in there, and I'll just be out there with the woods and whatever else is lurking around, and I'll just pray, and I'll just ask the Lord. You know, I asked the Lord. I said, Lord, is my mama gonna be all right? You know, is she gonna be okay? I need to know. I need that peace in my mind and in my heart that she's gonna be okay. And I just kept praying that. I kept walking back and forth. And when the last time I walked back down there, I said, Lord, I don't know if this is right. I don't know if this is wrong. If it's wrong, you know, I don't want to tempt you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want, you know, whatever. I said, I don't want to be wrong in this. So if I'm wrong, please forgive me. Please show me that I'm wrong. I said, Lord, but I need something from you. I need to know without a doubt that my mama is going to pull through this and she's going to be all right. I know that things in between might not look good. It might look dim, or grim, or whatever. I said, but please, she was on a ventilator and all that. And I said, God, please give me a sign. You know, she's going to pull through this and she's going to come back home. And will you show me a bluebird? Can I just see a bluebird? And I don't know where that came from. But at that moment, I needed to see a bluebird. And in my head, I thought, if I see a bluebird, that's God. He put that bluebird there for me to see, to let me know it's going to be okay. I turned the corner down there, and a bluebird just flew right in front of me and pitched on the fence. I mean, from here to that chair right there. That's how close we were. And I went down on my knees, and I went to squalling like a baby. I went to praising the Lord. I said, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Mm-hmm. You provided this bluebird for me to see. Mm-hmm. And so ever since then, when I see bluebirds, it takes me back to that moment. And I'm like, yeah, everything's going to be all right. Mm-hmm. No matter what, it's going to be all right.
That's right.
But Mom, you know, 12 days later, Mama came home, and no, she couldn't walk, and see it.
There's the bluebird now.
Ain't that amazing? Mm-hmm. You know, ain't that something? And ever since then, I've seen bluebirds. You know, I go to that, and I always say, "Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord." I believe.
You get a picture of that bluebird.
I believe in
on the
things
ground.
like that.
Picked up my medicines. Let me just tell you this. I'm so excited. They're putting them in packs.
Oh that's good though. I wish they'd done that for Mama.
Oh my gosh, they have put it in packs for me. So all I got to do is just tear it off. And I'm gonna tell you, if you're an older person, even if you ain't an older person, you know, it is aggravating. At the end of the week, you got to fill your little medicine. Yeah. I know it ain't a lot to do, but you got to make sure you get the right one and all that. Well, not too long ago, I took accidentally took two
digestive pills.
Heartburn pills.
Yeah.
And I got real nervous and called my other sister that works at the pharmacy and said, I have took these 2 heartburn pills, and it was 2 different kinds. My older one and then my new one they prescribed.
At least it wasn't a blood pressure pill.
That's what I'm talking about.
Been knocked out.
Ooh. So she said, you'll be fine. You'll be all right. Drink a good old glass of water.
Drink water.
And she said, but you'll be fine. And so ever since then, she's putting it in packs for me.
Yeah, that's good.
And you know, all I have to do, they come in a big box, and and they'll be hanging out like this, like the first little packet. All I got to do is tear it off and take it, and do the same thing when nighttime comes. And y'all, it is so simple. I don't have to worry about, because I was it was taking me longer than used to get my medicine right. And I was really getting nerfed about it, you know. So I told her, I said, Lord, it feels like Christmas. I ain't lying. I was excited about that thing.
Well, you know,
when
Mama come home from the hospital, we were so overwhelmed with her medicine. I think she had 17. Was it 17 or 20? I don't know. It was a lot.
It'd been nice if they'd been in packets.
It would, but they had all that, and then she would have to, you know, take this, then wait an hour, take something else, and I mean, it was difficult. Well, later on, months went on, I tried to show Tina how to do it, and she did good there for a minute. But then she put 2 blood pressure pills in Mama's thing one day, and I said, "No, we can't do that." No.
I'm not. Yeah,
you have to be careful. A lot of the pills look alike.
The same. Might be a little tad colored, tinted a color different or something.
But anyway, that's the idea for you if you didn't know.
Yeah, if you don't know that, your pharmacy will do it in packets.
If they will do it.
Now, sometimes they charge you $10 because of the packet, but it's worth it to ease your mind. Yeah. It is to me. So
but when I take anything, I have to write down in my phone, just like game night. I had such a bad headache, and I had to take some Tylenol. And I said, y'all have to wait a minute. I'm getting old. I got to write it down, because if I don't, I won't remember I took it, and then I'll be taking something else. And I just do that just to be on the safe side.
And honestly, as you get older, I mean, you know, you do start forgetting, and you know, and that's just the way life is. Grandma, my granddaughter's getting married in May. I can't remember the date.
May the 3rd. I think.
Maybe it is, yeah. My worry is finding me something to wear this wedding. You know, when you're fluffy like me, it's not that it's short. It's not easy. But I have got a pair of black dress pants that I wear to church that's got a little split in the front. And I think they're fancy enough. And I just got to find me a top to dress it up a little bit. Ain't long had a haircut, can y'all tell?
Well, I went and got my hair done, you know, got it highlighted. That day Tina ate that banana sandwich.
And
they're talking about, show them what you look like. Y'all, no way. I was out to here with 4.
It'd been funny.
No, it wouldn't.
I ran into one of the ladies that was at the hair salon with us when we did that peanut butter and banana sandwich. And so when I saw them, their plates got ready, and I walked over. I walked over with the plates being the waitress. He said, "I heard something about you today." I said, "You did? Was it good or bad?" She said, "Good." He said, "Good." I said, "What was it?" He said, "I heard you just for the first time in your whole life ate a peanut butter banana sandwich." And I died laughing. I said, "Yeah." He said, "I heard about that." And she just died laughing.
When we left, Tina was like, it was straight as a stick. Tina was like, "That is blonde."
It was. It looked, extra blonde.
I looked and I said, "Oh my God." I said, "Tina, I am blonde." And I said, "Well, let me go home and curl it."
I told her probably it looks good now. It looks good.
Well, it's kind of toned down some.
We got well water.
So I think the well water kind of tarnishes it. But anywho, I like it. I only get it done like twice a year, so
yeah.
So when I do get it done, it's like, ooh, you got blonde hair, you know.
But it looks good.
But I have bowling tonight. Let me tell you about a little bowling last week, and then we're going to go because we're going to go try to hit that thrift store up before before that. We're going to try to go to that thrift store. But we got bowling tonight. Well, last week, I don't know if I told this. I don't think I did. But last week we went bowling. And, you know, it's me and Earl, and then Anthony, which is Tina's son, and Tessa, Lynn, that we talk about all the time. That's our team. Well, we played against one of the family's friends, like Tina's boy's friend. They grew up with, I reckon, right? I don't know.
My grandsons grew up with him.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's how we know him. I got to know him through bowling, you know, and all that.
Well, he's married to my grandson's sister.
There you go.
There we go. I get it right. I mean, I get it right.
Anywho, that's who we were playing. We were playing against him and his team had 3 other guys, I think, on it.
And he's really good.
And they're all good. Well, he is very good. Yeah. And he come up there, and he's all the time, we know we're always picking with each other. And he come up to a table, and he said, "Worried about him. I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about you," talking about me. And he said, "I'm worried about that one right there," talking about Tessa. I said, "You need to be worried about her. She's the one that's been carrying us all this time." Well, we got to bowling, and I think it was my second bowl. My first I got a spare. My second I got a strike. And so when I turn around and he's smiling ear to ear, I said, don't worry. It starts off good, but then it goes downhill from here on. And then Tessa, she started getting strikes, and then his face would kind of, turn a little solemn. Y'all, I got 5 strikes in a row. And when I turned around, he wouldn't even look at me. You know how he is.
Yeah.
He sat there, he was going like that. And I laughed, and his rest of his team members and like, you done, well, they said ugly word. You done, made her mad, and we were just laughing all that. Well, I bowled, what did I bowl? 170, 160, 160 something, or 170 something. I can't remember.
That's good.
Tessa did real good. Well, anyway, make a long story short, we won all 4. We won all 3 games plus the overall.
And he got away with it.
And he was. And then when it was over, he come to our table and said, I'm not going to be a sore loser. Y'all did so good tonight. And then the other guy that was on there, older man, he come up, he said, he was looking at the paper. I think he said I bowled 30 over my average. That's what
good.
it said. And he said, I'm going to tell you what, you girls kept this team alive tonight or something like that. I said, well, I appreciate that. I said, I don't ever hear that. I never hear that. So,
how did Aunt and Earl do?
they didn't do bad, but oh, and I made the paper, the paper we talk about that comes out the next week, and Tessa made it. The guys didn't. You got to be really, really good, because the men on there are really good.
Yeah,
so you've got to really be
better.
You almost got to be better than them to make it on the paper.
It's good if you make it on the paper, y'all.
We're going to go, y'all, so we can go to the thrift store right quick, and we're
going
to
to find something. Y'all.
We're going to do a little quick devotion right here, and it'll be up. It'll be up sometime later. So we're in the same clothes. We look kind of the same. All right, y'all. Hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. We love you. Let us know what you're doing this weekend. Let us know if you played that game. Yeah. Let us know everything, y'all. Let's.
And if you're scared of bumblebees and spiders, let us know that. But what your fear is.
Yeah, I have a few. All right, y'all. We love you. Take good care. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you again sometime soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.